Welcome everybody here to round number 19 of the 2014 NASCAR Spring Up Series season as we are live here from the Magic Mile, the New Hampshire International Speedway, here to bring you coverage of the Camping World RB Sales 301 live from New Hampshire, getting ready for 30 laps of racing for today's race. On the front row, the number 31 Caterpillar Chevrolet, former winner here Ryan Newman, and the 22 Giuliano, who crashed in this race early in the race 1 year ago, will be making up the front row. On row 2, we got two-time New Hampshire winner Clint Bowyer in the 15, still looking for that first win of the 2014 season, alongside the 43 of Eric Almirola in the Smithfield Ford. On row 3, we got a couple of Rouse Fords. Carl Edwards in the 99 will be starting in 5th, alongside the Rouse teammate Greg Biffle in 16. And then on row 4, we got a couple of Toyotas, Brian Vickers in the 55 and Kyle Busch in the 18. And an impressive qualifying run for the 51. Justin Allgaier, the highest rookie on the grid, will be rolling out from the 9th spot alongside the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. We are now 8 races away from the cutoff from the chase with the Sprint Cup. With the new chase format, 16 drivers will be making the chase, but there are some big names who have not been in victory lane so far in the first 18 races of the season. Guys like 6-time champion Jimmy Johnson, and then you got guys like Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart, Casey Kane, Brian Vickers, Clint Bowyer. They're still looking for their first win. We got Bowyer starting 3rd, Biffle 6th, Vickers 7th, and Busch 8th. Can they get their first win? In the front row, Ryan Newman and Joey Logano, they're looking for their second win of the year. That is all for the pre-race news, or the starting grid at least. We're actually going to show you the starting grid in a new way. Matt Kenseth is the points leader. He has a 3-point lead on Brad Keselowski after Daytona last week. Jeff Gordon now 3rd, Paul Menard 4th, and Kyle Busch your top 5. And Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, Jamie McMurray, Kurt Busch, and Carl Edwards your top 10 in the standings. Right now, as the way it looks, Kyle Larson, the rookie, would make the chase by about 38 points over Clint Bowyer. So Larson's in pretty good shape as of right now, and still wants that win. That is all for the pre-race news when sitting down trackside so we can get the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
As the pace car will lead the field down onto the racetrack so they can begin and complete their pace laps, we're going to send you to your starting grid for today's Camping World RB Sales 301. Alright, we're going green this time by pace car. The lights are out. Top of the pace car, meaning we are going green. The 2011 winner of this race, Ryan Newman, will start on the pole. The defending winner of the race, Kevin Harvick, in the 4 car. Saw a little deep in the field in that Budweiser Chevrolet. Last year's winner here at New Hampshire in this race, Brian Vickers, starting 7th. As they make their way out of turn 4, 31 of Newman, 22 of Logano in the front row. And they're going to get this race under the flag. Red flag is out. And we're racing from New Hampshire. Now Bowyer on the inside of the 22, Logano for 2nd place. Looks like he'll complete the pass coming off turn 2. Logano will stay in 3rd. Almirola trying to get around the 99 of Carl Edwards in that 99 car. And Robin Doris down the back to the 78 of Truex and the 51 of Allgaier. And Truex is going to turn the 20 of Kenseth up into Kyle Larson. And Johnson's going to get turned. Can it? People keep running into the 48, and no, the 4 of Harvick ran into the 48. Caution will come out for the first time today on lap 1. Hopefully these guys can keep the cars together, not causing them to crash. Just the 48 is season right here. Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car, and just a 20 of Matt Kenseth. Just a 42 of Kyle Larson. And possibly something must happen to the 4 car of Kevin Harvick as well. Johnson just ran in the back of the 20 car. Saw Allgaier and Truex, they were like just rubbing doors, and looks like Truex might have Truex overdrove the turn because of the contact with the 51. Kenseth, innocent bystander, stand up along with the 42 Kyle Larson. They're able to drive away though, like no harm, no foul. They're able to drive away. Not sure how much damage they collected, but the 20 car did get a lot of good rear end damage. Then up here, let's see the 14 of Stewart went down into the 48 of Johnson. And the 4 of Harvick is going to run into the 48 of Johnson right there. That's what the contact will be made with 48 and 4. 4 drives away along with the 48. There's Kenseth and Kyle Larson. Johnson was 23rd in points. This has just been a horrible season for that 48 team. And that was the only thing that occurred. And that's what put us under the yellow flag. It looks like we did have some pit stops under this yellow flag as well. That's the way new up front as Brian Newman is still our leader. Clint Boyer, Joe Logano, Eric Almirola, and Brian Vickers in top 5. Greg Biffle, Justin Allgaier, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, and Martin Truex Jr. in top 10. See Johnson, Kenseth on pit road, and now leaving pit road, the 24 Yelly, 33 David Strimmy, David Reagan, Ryan Truex, they came down pit road. Now they will join the field. We'll be going back green, I believe, on lap 6 of 30. That will give us about 25 laps remaining. Indeed, we are going green this time by. Biffle, 6th, and a great run out of 51 of Allgaier, 32nd in points. High hopes with this rookie at H. Scott Motorsports. He's had good runs going. He's qualified very well in a lot of races. Just have not been able to get that race put together, and has not been able to get the finishes he deserved and what the team deserves. Right now, started up front. Right now, is currently running in 7th place. That is a great run for the front Chevy. Keselowski, Kurt Busch, and Truex. Kane, Stewart, Hamlin, Gordon, Menard, Stenhouse, Mears, Burton, Dillon, and McMurray, your top 20. And now the 31 of Ron Newman will get us back underway. On lap 6 of 30, Ron Newman, Clint Boyer, and Logano, your top 3. The fans are back on their feet, and we're racing once again at New Hampshire. Here comes the 55 of Vickers. Brian Vickers on the inside of Almirola. That is 4th place on the track. Give 4th place to Vickers. Now Biff with the 16 moving on the inside of Almirola. And Clint Boyer on the back line with the caution is out once again. The 27 of Menard. Paul Menard crashed off turn 2. And it's the 27 of Menard. And 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. along with Josh Wise. That's a tough race with the 27 of Menard. Paul Menard 4th in points. It's been a great year so far, and Truex and Kurt Busch nearly clouded entering turn 1 and 2, or turn 1. So the caution is out again, and there's the 38 of David Gillen, 8 DNFs in the first 18 races of the year, and make that number now for the 38 car of David Gillen. It's been a horrible season that loves travel stops for Front Row Motorsports. That's there was a separate crash. Johnson and Kenseth were involved in this one as well, and his Mears also involved. Paul Menard blow up? No. Maybe he did. There's Paul Menard, and yes, right there, the engine let's go, and the 27, and right there, Stenhouse got turned by the 13 of Mears. McMurray got some contact out of that. There's right there, Casey Hughes got put in the wall by the 9 of Marcus Ambrose. Some guys on the apron, some are in the grass. And 48 of Johnson and the 20 of Kenseth, they're in the grass. I don't know what they're doing. Looks like they're just trying to avoid the crash involving Mears, and they're going to get in the grass. They're just going to come up into the Johnson, just getting kids and full slides up the track. And Gilliland, Landon Castle, Casey Mears, and the 26 of Cole Witt. Guys, you got something that 38 Gilliland's got really something as he has already put his foot behind the wall because of the contact he got from that crash with Johnson and that Kenseth. So that is a tough break for the 38 of Gilliland as he is out of the race. Gilliland and Paul Menard, the 2 drivers who are behind the wall now after 8 laps have been put on the board. And Ron Newman is still our race leader. We have not really been able to go lap under the green flag. We will be going back green now, lap 11 and 30. That would give us 20 laps remaining. Newman, your leader. Boyer, Logano, Hamlin, and Gordon top 5. Looks like Brian Vickers came down pit road. McMurray, Allmendinger, Edwards, Earnhardt Jr., and Cal Busch. Larson 11th. Now we find Travis Quapple 12th, David Reagan, Ryan Truex, and JJ Yelly in top 15. Kansas is 16th. Looks like something is wrong with the 48 of Johnson. Looks like the 48 might be blowing up as well. As you see, it's right there. Stenhouse, Vickers, these guys looks like to be moving up. Keselowski came down pit road, so did Allgaier, Kane, Stewart, Biffle, everybody else behind them. It looks like the 33 Davis Trimmy might have an issue. Looks like he's okay. As everybody's going to come back out. 20 laps remaining. Can Ryan Newman hold on to get the green flag run? And we've seen so far the 15 of Boyer is quicker than the 31. Now Denny Hamlin in the 11th position inside of the 22 Logano in 3rd place. We've got these different pit strategies going on between all these drivers. It'll be interesting to see what strategy will work should this race stay green. Johnson is leaving pit road, but tough break for the 48 of Johnson. Newman, Boyer, Hamlin, Logano, and McMurray are top 5. Earnhardt trying to get in the top 5, 3 wide behind them. Edwards, Larson, and Cal Busch. And we weren't able to run a lap under the green flag, and Boyer is catching the 31 of Ryan Newman. Clint Boyer has 2 wins here at the New Hampshire International Speedway. And what a better track what a better way to get your first win. What a better track to get your first win at New Hampshire. Clint Boyer. Here's the 48 of Johnson going a lap down. Looks like he might hold up the one to McMurray. So McMurray's going to use Johnson as a pick to get by the 22 of Joey Logano. And McMurray's going to bring the 88 of Dale Jr. with him. In fact, one of the fastest cars on the track is the number 11 of Denny Hamlin. He's gotten away from that battle with McMurray Jr. Allmendinger on back. Right now, Hamlin trying to chase down the 15 of Boyer and the 31 of Newman. Josh Wise, Michael Annett, and Stenhouse is on pit road. We got a crash. Caution weighs for the 3rd time today. Not find out why caution came out, but Wise, Annett, and Stenhouse are now leaving pit road. And I'm not sure they're going to be losing the lap or not. Just a pace car right there. Might have involved one of these 3 guys that came off pit road. Since we don't know, the best way to find out is let's see when the caution came out. And let's see if we can find out. Looks like the 44 maybe. Yes, JJ Yelly, the guy that has brought out our caution. It's right there, the 44. Yelly gets turned by the 5 of Casey Kane, comes down on the nose of the 51 of Allgaier. Yelly hits the right side of that All City Chevrolet on the inside wall, but the 44 of Yelly is able to refire, and he will continue. JJ Yelly missed the race last week at Daytona. And we got some guys who like coming down pit road to 15, and Clint Boyer has just now came down pit road. Along with the 40 of Lenny Castle, Travis Quapple, David Reagan, Brian Truex, McMurray, Allmendinger, Gordon, Hamlin, Larson, Earnhardt Jr., Logano, and Boyer. They've now came down pit road. So that will make this more interesting. That's Ryan Newman, one of the most who have yet to stay, but has yet to come down pit road. I'm guessing this is going to be a fuel strategy race, I guess. Ryan Newman, we see guys come down pit road, but the 31 has yet to come down pit road. And that was a horrible break for the 17 of Stenhouse, the 7 of Michael Annett, the 98 of Josh Wise, and the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. They did not want to see a caution. Johnson was hoping maybe the pit cycles and pit stops would like cycle out, and maybe Johnson can get back on the lead lap, but he's now trapped a lap down. Michael Annett stuck a lap down, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. stuck a lap down, and Josh Watt stuck a lap down. Two drivers are out of the race, Paul Menard and David Gilliland. Newman your leader, Kyle Busch is second, Carl Edwards third, Brad Keselowski, and Matt Kenseth in the top five. Tony Stewart, Brian Vickers, Casey Kane, Martin Truex Jr., and welcome in the top 10, Jeff Burton in that 66 car. That will be your top 10 when we go back green on lap 18 of 30. See, here comes the 48 of Johnson trying to get around the 7 of Michael Annett. That is actually a battle for 38. Stenhouse on the back bumper in the 31 of Newman trying to unlock himself from number 17. Does have fresher tires than the 31. Here's Clint Boyer, Jamie McMurray, Joe Logano. How much is it risk is it for these guys back here where all the traffic is? Boyer trying to get around the slower 77 Dave Blaney, and there goes the 95. Michael McDowell gets turned with the 88 Adele Jr. And that will bring out the Carson. The 88 just got hit by the 83 of Ryan Truex. Carson will away once again, and Stenhouse might have been able to unlock himself right there. That would be a huge break for the 17. The Stenhouse would race back to the line. He would try not to let him get by, but looks like he'll have no choice. Stenhouse will clear him off turn 4, and Stenhouse will get his lap back, but Newman's trying to fight back, can't do it. Brian Newman will win it back to the line. There's you see Brian Truex in the 83 on the apron. He was the car that we saw, I believe he was the car that ran into the 88 of Dale Jr. And Jr., we've seen a lot of these engine cars be very aggressive in this race. He's Jr. on the back bumper, McDowell trying to get around him. McDowell, one of the slower cars. And it's hard to get this racetrack to have good racing with no wrecks. It's just something with this track. That's why we're seeing a lot of cautions. McDowell right there gets turned by Earnhardt Jr. And right there, Ryan Truex comes. You see the damage on the left side of that NASCAR Chevrolet of Dale Jr. Another big loser out of that was 24 Jeff Ford, Jr.'s teammate. So, and there's Stenhouse trying to get around the 31 of Newman. And look who's now been able to get up into second place. That's Brad Keselowski in the Miller Lite Dodge. The Miller Lite Ford, I mean. And the 88 of Dale Jr. has took his car behind the wall. Jr. fell at the 14th points that 88 car has. Now remember, Jr. has 2 wins, so Jr.'s pretty much solidly in the chase. But still, he does not want to fall outside the top 20 points. I'm sure of that. And we're not going to have that much laps remaining. We're going to have about, most likely, around 7 to 8 laps remaining when we go green. And I apologize for all the cautions, like always. I just want to get this stuff right sometimes. And the 83 of Ryan Truex is also out in the race. Brian Newman, your leader. Brad Keselowski, second. Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, and Tony Stewart, your top 5. Matt Kenseth, 6th. Brian Vickers, Casey Kane, Jeff Burton, and now Austin Dillon in top 10. Martin Truex, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Justin Allgaier, and Eric Almirola, and Reed Sorensen, Marcus Ambrose, Dave Blaney, Clint Boyer, and AJ Allmendinger. Now Boyer is 19th. He has, I believe, the most field out of all of our leaders. So we'll see who his strategy will work. Brian Newman's not been in pit road at all. And some guys have probably been down pit road at least twice. But Newman's, can he go the full distance on the full tank, on this one tank of gas? Red flag is back out. Keselowski wants to get around that 48 as quick as he can, and here comes the 18 of Kyle Busch. Tony Stewart pushing into the 99 of Carl Edwards in 4th place. Come on, guys, keep it together. 4 guys are in the garage. 3 guys are a lap down. Johnson would be free pass. The free pass don't work in this game. There's Vickers in the 55 trying to go on the outside of the 20 of Kenseth. Can't make that happen. Carl's trying to make it happen, and Vickers might be able to make it happen. And the 98, Josh Wise, almost got turned. They keep it together. 6 laps remaining at New Hampshire. These guys are being so aggressive. This Kurt Busch in the 41, Kevin Harvick in the 4. They know the laps are winding down. They know the shot at the wind is going down. It's getting slimmer and slimmer. That's why we see these guys racing so hard. Keselowski still have not been able to get around that 48 of Johnson. And look who's in third. Tony Stewart in the 14. Can Stewart win this race? Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards in the 99. Newman won this race 2 years ago. Costa's out. Costa's not out. Newman won this race 3 years ago. We saw 95 McDowell on pit road. Keselowski and Stewart has gotten away from the 48. The caution will weigh once again. In the 99, Carl Edwards involved. Carl Edwards, the guy who is involved with Ryan Newman, will come in on turn 4, and will he pick up the win at New Hampshire? I don't believe we'll be able to go back green. Unless we get, I'm positive this is going to be a one-lap shootout, and I'm pretty positive we're not going to get that. Question is, will the 31 make it on fuel? I've seen some of these guys like running into each other, and it was just running back of Travis Quapp when he got rear-ended by the 33 of David Stremme. What happened to the 99 of Carl Edwards to bring out the caution? It looks like maybe another engine car. Casey Kane for the second time today moved out the caution as we saw Cole Wick coming out of pit road. Kane turns to the 99 of damage, maybe on top of Kane. It was running around, but really nothing big. So Newman will stay out another lap, trying to make it on fuel. Keselowski is second, Tony Stewart is third. And Newman will stay out once again. Following along with Ryan Newman in the pace car. And it's like Newman will stay out, so it looks like Ryan Newman's not going to come down pit road. Looking for a second win of the year. Second win at Richard Jonas Racing. Won this race in the spring 2011. He was jobbing the 39 for Stuart Haas Racing. But today, he won the pole. And once again, he's going to win from the pole. He won in California. And a second win for Ryan Newman. Going to most likely put that 31 car in the chase in the Spring Cup in 2014. Coming down to take the checkered flag. The 31 of Ryan Newman is going to win the Chevy World RB Sales 301 here today at New Hampshire. Congratulations to the 31 Caterpillar team of Ryan Newman. He gets the job done. Ryan Keselowski second, Tony Stewart third, Kyle Busch fourth, and a great top 5 for the 55 of Ron Nichols. How about Austin Dillon getting a top 10? Martin Truex, Jeff Burke gets the top 10 in that 66. And look at the 20 of Matt Kenseth. He crashed twice. There's Kevin Harvick and Landon Castle. They're being credited with the DNF. It looks like both of them ran out of fuel. Top breaker for Harvick and a 40 of Landon Castle. And the race is complete. And as we take a look at the Euro official results, Casey King getting a top 10, Kurt Busch, Marcus Sanders, Puligano, Allmendinger, and Xavier Curry. Top three for a guy like Clint Boyer. Saw him have a good car out. Boy's gonna end up coming home 32nd. And Greg Biffle 34th. So that is the tough pick for those two guys. Al Barola 29th. They had a better car than that. Their fuel thing could have worked if these costs would stop him coming out, but I can't help that. So that is all here from New Hampshire. Next week we're going to be in Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the biggest race of the year, the Brickyard 400. And going into that race, Brad Keselowski, the 2 car, will be our new points leader. After that will be Matt Kenseth, second in points. So we'll see you there at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway next week. Here comes the television screen 31 of Ron Newman as he is Chevy World RB Sales 301 winner.